In our Here's Something You Should Know About Metro Atlanta segment, Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta International Airport, I talked with the chairman of the Atlanta Regional Commission. In fact, it was probably 10 years ago. He was one of the first guests that I had on my radio show when the show was back on AM 1160. That's been a long time ago. I wish I could remember his name. Very, very nice gentleman, was a very smart gentleman. He said that there were basically four things that put Atlanta on the map, and the first one was Martin Luther King Jr., or I shouldn't say the first one. I don't remember what order he gave them in. The second one was the Olympics. The third one was Hartsfield Jackson International Airport. But it is the busiest airport in the world in terms of passenger traffic, and in 2022 it was still the busiest airport in the world, the number one busiest airport in the world. In 2019, the airport handled 110 million passengers. I'd love to take that 110 million and divide it by 365. I don't have a calculator to do that on, but there is a ton of people in that airport. And if you go to the airport on a weekend and you're not an experienced traveler, it can be an overwhelming process. The airport has two terminals. It actually has a domestic terminal, which has two terminals, a north and a south terminal, but they're really right together in the same building. And then it has the Maynard H. Jackson Jr. International Terminal, which is at the opposite end of the airport, and that international terminal is fascinating. It also has Concourse T. If you're traveling on Concourse T, it is connected to the main terminal building, so all the gates are really close. A lot of times when I fly to Dallas, I'll go out of T3 or T7 or something like that, and part of that used to be the international terminal, so Concourse T was the international terminal. Now it's Concourse F. There are lots of art collections up in the terminal, and as you are in the people movers, or you're in the tunnels underground that you can walk. In fact, if you walk from one end, from the terminal all the way to Concourse F, it's about 1.5 miles. In fact, when I'm trying to get extra exercise, I'll walk that if I get to the airport a little bit early. But they have lots of art pieces on display in the tunnels going between A and B and C, and they are really fascinating. If you've never been down there to see them, it would be worth the trip. The airport is committed to sustainability and has implemented numerous green initiatives, recycling programs, energy efficient lighting. They're changing all the lighting in the north and south terminal currently. And Delta Airlines is the largest airline in Atlanta. It is the Mac Daddy here. In Atlanta, Delta has 1,000 flights every single day in and out of Atlanta. The Atlanta airport was featured in several movies, including Baby Driver, Flight, and Kill Bill Volume 2. So Atlanta airport is famous, been featured all over the place.